What's up, guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about making sea glass, or in our case, creek glass. I know that if you've watched the last couple of videos, you've seen us picking up pieces, and I haven't shown y'all how we're actually turning this stuff into the awesome jewelry that my wife is making. So we're going to go through that today. Y'all stay tuned, and let's see what we can come up with. All right, so some of the pieces that we find are too big, obviously, to make jewelry out of. So we have to break them into smaller pieces. And it's not exactly rocket science, but what we've been doing is my wife lays a towel down out here, takes another towel, puts it over top of it, and then tries to crush it into pieces that will be usable for earrings, rings, and necklaces. So let's see how it goes. Y'all can kind of see what it looks like. A little bit of milk glass, a little bit of pottery. Piece broke nice, didn't it? And you may be wondering, well, they look really sharp, and that's because they are. These things would cut you in a second, but that's okay. We're about to put them into the tumbler, and we're going to turn them into a really nice piece of round glass before everything's said and done. That'll be done with this as well. You can see that she's already broke that one a little bit. It's going to break a little bit more. She has some really nice pieces over here that she found that are much larger, and they will be really cool whenever they're done. So let's go ahead and get to the rock tumbler part. Now this next part is highly technical. Not really. This is a rock tumbler tube from just a cheap rock tumbler from Harbor Freight. And the media that I'm going to use is dirt out of my garden. So I'm just going to take a little bit of dirt right here out of the garden, put about a 1/4 inch into the bottom, and that'll be plenty. And then we're going to go put some glass and some water in there, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the container of all of the glass that my wife just went through and broke that we found in the creek. And now we're going to dump it into the tumbler. Now the trick is you do not want to overfill it, because if you do, it doesn't allow it to roll around enough to round the glass. So we're only going to fill it up to about halfway, something like that. And then we're going to let this thing run. Now, one thing that we have figured out by doing this several times now is that this glass that comes out of the creek literally smells like fish when you open this tube up. So we've been putting a little bit of a scent in there. My wife has this orange scent stuff to make it smell better when we first open it up. So we're about to put a drop of that, some water, and then we're going to let it ride and see what it looks like after 7 days. All right, we're going to put just enough water in there to get right above the glass. We're going to put 1 drop of that orange essential oil in there that my wife uses to make stuff smell pretty, because it does smell terrible, like I said. And then we're going to slap this bad boy in there just like this. Make sure it's sealed nice. Push the lid down, washer, and tighten it. Now we're going to go put it on the tumbler. All right, all we're going to do now is we're going to stick it on this tumbler right here. This is my bottle tumbler. Now, for those of you that may not want to spend as much money on a tumbler, just like I said, go to Harbor Freight. I'll leave a link below where you can go buy a tumbler like this. But mine fits right on there while I'm running bottles. Now I'm going to turn it on. It's going to spin for several days. We're going to put it in there for 7 to 10 days, and then we're going to take it out and take a look at it. I've already got one that's complete though. I'm going to go get it out and let y'all see what it looks like. All right, so this is what we just got out of this tube. This is 7 days with garden dirt. These are some pieces that we found in a video a week or 2 ago, and as you can see, they turned out really nice. These were all broken and then rebroken by us, and then tumbled so that there's no sharp edges. They still got a little bit of wetness on them from being wet. I really love how these pieces of pottery turned out though. You can see how nice and rounded they are. 7 days with a little bit of garden dirt, and it works miracles on this stuff without a doubt. My wife's gonna go through and she's gonna separate them into pairs, into things that she thinks that she can make into beautiful jewelry. So let's see what she can come up with. And here is some of those pieces after the work has been done to them. We had a lot of people requesting 925 sterling silver, so these over here are all sterling silver. It's pretty cool to think that these were bottles over 100 years ago, or pieces of plates and pottery, and people drank from them or used them for medicine or whatever they did, and now they have been upcycled into something that's beautiful and usable. But I think my wife's doing a really good job of matching the pieces up. You can see the colors look wonderful together. And I think I'm more of a fan of the copper than I am the sterling silver. But that's just me. She's doing really good with the wire bending, as well as the diamond drill to put the holes through the glass. So if y'all ever want something like this, it's always going to be listed in the eBay store. The link's going to be in the description as well as in the comments section. Hope y'all enjoyed this little bit of an informative video on how we do this. If you did, be sure to drop a comment below and let us know what you think. And be sure that you're subscribed so you can see us actually find this stuff in the coming weeks.